When everyone left their house this morning, who remembered to flip their lights off or turn their fans off? Something as simple as flipping your light switch and making sure all of the lights are off can end up saving institutions like the size of ACU thousands of dollars a year. Throughout my research in figuring out ways that ACU could become more energy efficient, I have looked at what other universities are implementing and how they are saving energy. Saving energy and will end up saving ACU money. Saving money will allow ACU to use the saved money on improvements around campus, renovations on dorms, as well as even possible free student activities such as concerts or other events. ACU is an institution that must run on energy, but could become more energy efficient and could reduce the amount of energy they use, as well as stopping to overuse energy. I have noticed just walking around campus how most lights stay on longer than necessary. Whenever I'm walking around the Lunsford, I've noticed that buildings such as the Hunter Welcome Center have their lights on late into the night, which is not necessary and uses up a lot of electricity. ACU wastes energy because they are using more energy than they need, and this overuse in energy causes problems on campus as well as around the world, like the environment. I will inform you how we can promote energy saving ways, as well as how ACU could become more energy efficient. ACU is currently not very energy efficient and they are overusing energy. In order to show that ACU should improve energy efficiency, I will discuss my first point. Enormous amounts of energy and non-renewable resources, and ACU has been using a lot of non-renewable resources. In 2011, ACU was given a D+ on the College Sustainability Report Card. So there on this website, there are other colleges that are ranked as well, and even though that was a couple of years ago, they have not had another report card since, but we should look to improve that grade. Dr. Jim Cook's research shows a gradual increase in electricity consumed at ACU since the year 2000. He said in his research that while there are many electric usage variables, this consumption increase indicates lack of efficiency and conservation at ACU. Uncertain future electricity prices demand greater conservation and efficiency. Things that could have possibly caused this increase in the cost of energy are lighting, computers, electronic appliances, as well as construction and renovations. So he was saying that all of these things could have led to the increased cost. There are some barriers in terms of trying to conserve energy, such as the attitudes of students. Students are paying thousands of dollars a year to attend ACU, so when they're living in the dorms, they feel like they can use as much of the energy as they want because they're paying for it. Faculty and staff don't, the money to pay for the electricity is not coming straight from their pockets. So they again are not being conscious because it's not their money. Now that I've talked about some of the causes, I will talk about some of the effects that overusing energy has on campus as well as the world. ACU will end up losing some of their income if they continue to overuse energy. The ACU has signed a contract with the company Synergistic that is supposed to save them approximately $6 million over the next 10 years. So as long as that works and does its job, that will be good, but there are still other things that we can do. Also, we have to think about the damages that overusing electricity does to our environment in the world that we live in. In the article, How Does Electricity Affect the Environment?, Professor Van Thompson talks about how most mechanisms for generating electricity release carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases, thus causing global warming. And almost all forms of electricity generate waste, leading to air pollution and smog. In the article, Saving Energy, it gives simple ideas such as turning off the lights when you're not in the room, or unplugging electronics when you leave for a break. And those are just a few simple things that we can do. Now that you can see why energy inefficiency is an issue at ACU, as well as how it affects our environment, I will talk about some basic solutions that we could do to help change this issue. The Physical Resources Department, along with Synergistic and the ACU community, can all work together to create policies and plans that would help to save energy at ACU. If we're all working together for one cause, that's one thing that would motivate us, as well as a company such as Synergistic that would let us know what to do. In an article in The Optimist by Alison Brown, she talks about how Synergistic will be focusing mainly on behavioral changes towards energy use rather than equipment replacement. So, like I said, the ACU community can commit to simple changes like turning off the lights when we're not in the rooms or the classrooms. In the article, Managing Energy Costs in Colleges and University, it states that in a typical college or university classroom building, lighting represents 31% and space heating accounts for 28% of the total energy use, making those systems the best targets for energy savings. So this article that's over 50% of the energy use approximately from most universities. So simple changes like turning off the lights and turning the air down or up would help to save money. There is also an article, Campus Sustainability Best Practices, and it gives examples from multiple different universities how those universities are implementing energy saving ways at their own university. The University of Ohio is using a computer software system that shuts down the computers when they're not in use. And it has saved approximately 45% of the energy that computers normally use. Emory had one day where they turned off all the electricity in all of the buildings for about an hour and a half to raise awareness to better conserve energy. There are many different ways that we can promote energy use, like I've already said, turning off lights, unplugging electronics. And some of those advantages, again, are going to be more renovations, more improvements, perhaps lowering the cost of tuition or keeping it from getting higher, as well as helping the environment. There are ways that you can help too. You can inform friends, you can write letters to the Physical Resource Department, and you can promote energy saving strategies. So I would highly encourage you the next time you leave your house to think about turning off all the lights in an attempt to save energy.